everyone. Today we have a virtual tour for you. This is Tim and Amy from Making It Work. They have a converted cargo camper, but prior to that, they worked on a retro camper, a teardrop, a pop-up. So they've tried them all out. Hopefully this is the perfect fit for them.
Hi, I'm Rick.
And I'm Sharon.
And we are Cargo On.
Cargo Conversion Building Camp. We feature camper tours, interviews with builders, campground reviews, and we offer camping tips. If that's your cup of tea, then please subscribe.
We've done a lot of work on campers. We've done a lot of builds. We've actually owned ourselves five campers in the last 14 years.
There was things that we liked and didn't like about each and every one of them.
I had to work on every one of them.
Because each one of them were
damaged in some way.
So the very first one that we owned was a hard-sided one, and it was a salvage tile.
Somebody jackknifed.
The front end of that, I had to
rebuild
it.
Yeah, totally tear apart and rebuild.
So what we liked about that one was, it was hard side. It had a full bathroom in it. It had dedicated beds. But problem with it was a full-size bed back in the corner with a bunk, like a twin-size bunk above it. And then the dinette made a bed, but made a queen size, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't want to have to keep switching back and forth with the queen and the full. So then we went to a pop-up.
Yeah. The pop-up we bought, matter of fact, they couldn't even raise it up because the cables had busted on all of them. So we basically bought that sight unseen because we couldn't see the interior. Ended up hoisting the top of that trailer and then redoing all the cables up the columns and everything.
And we loved the pop-up.
Yeah,
it felt so roomy. It had a king-size bed on either end of it, plus the dinette slid out, and it had a little flip-out thing for the kitchenette. But it didn't have a bathroom. It was just a pain in the butt to have to pop it up, and to get things in it to travel, and then pop it down and go somewhere, set it up,
pop it down,
take it down. Pop it up, pop it down,
set it down. Yeah, and then if it was raining, it would get absolutely soaked setting the camper up.
But yeah, it was wonderful as far as the roominess of it and stuff like that. But
we've not had a camper since that had that amount of room in it, which was amazing because it was quite a large footprint.
So we sold that and started building the retro after that. But with the retro, we loved the shape of it, and the interior was built exactly the way that we wanted it. But it took 4 years to get that thing finished.
It took 4 years because I work full time, and it was a difficult build. We took it from the axles all the way up.
I think we lost momentum.
Lost drive.
Yeah, we lost drive on that one.
It was a great camper.
Last child in the home had moved out by that point too, by the time we got it done. And it just felt like way more camper than we really needed. And then the teardrop. Loved the teardrop. We camped in it 4 times and took it on the Natchez trays.
Yeah.
It was too small. There's no place to go if it was raining. To change clothes, you had to lay in bed basically and stick your feet up in the air.
Yeah. Again, think of a water buffalo dead in the Serengeti.
It was a queen size bed.
Yeah, it was a great camper.
And I loved the galley in it too.
Galley was out the back. It was very comfortable. It was her and I and the 2 dogs, which we slept okay. Mm-hmm. It was the changing and
not enough room. All of this has just been about us trying to figure out what's right for us. And I hope we have found it this time.
Yeah.
I really hope we have found it because neither one of us want to build another one.
No.
Do you have ideas?
No.
I think you do.
I would love to do I'd love to do a bus conversion, but.
Now we're on to this. We're calling it the Tramper. It's, a trailer, like a cargo trailer that we've turned into a camper. And Tim's like, well, let's just call it a Tramper. We've taken it on 1 week when it was barely, the walls were done.
And we took it
but
down to
no
Louisiana.
Cabinets, no bed, no anything like that. We just stuck a mattress
down
on
to
the
the
floor.
shores of Alabama. One of the reasons we did that is so we could figure out exactly how we wanted the layout. There were so many different ways you could build. You see on the internet many people talking about different build processes, and you'll see that there's some in the bathroom in the front and the back. Some put a big cargo area in the back. I mean, there's just all kinds of things.
And ours isn't a V nose either. It's called a bowl nose,
bowl
right?
nose.
So it's kind of that slightly V shape, but there's just not a lot of room in it. But it feels obviously roomier than the teardrop, and it pulls incredibly well. All the way out west and back, what did we average? About 13 miles per gallon with a Ford F-150, so that wasn't bad.
So that was pretty good. Now we have this camper or tramper or cargo trailer or whatever the case may be called.
The perfect one. It's the one. Maybe that's what we'll call it, the one.
Battery, we boondocked up in
Grand Canyon.
3 days.
And we boondocked at Cabela's.
yeah, we boondocked at Cabela's. And and
all of those videos will be coming.
We
both work full time.
Yeah, but this is just an introduction as to
the Tramper.
The Tramper. So
number one.
And then we will have a full video on the build. Not a detailed build on this one because I needed to get it done fast. And let's see, we bought it, and then I spent maybe 6 weeks on it, I would think. So anyway, this is just to give you guys an update, what's going on, what's been happening, where we're going. Catch up with you later. Okay, here we are, all set up for camp. We are currently in Utah at a campground, and this is where we're set up. Got a canopy that runs into a PVC tubes, and then strapped down with those dog tie outs. And these poles are actually painter's poles. You can extend them out and up and down as you want. But this is so you can see how we've converted this trailer. We've got a porta potty and a shower. This is actually a working shower. And a stove here, a gas stove there with a sink. And I still have to put cupboard doors on there and there. As you can see, our companions are laying in the bed, and you can see we've got a screen mesh in the back. We can see out the back when we're not hooked up to electricity and we're not running that portable air unit. But I'm gonna take you around the camper. Of course, we've got a light with a switch. You can see the cedar ceiling. And we got
okay, here we have our 12 volt or 110 Alpacool fridge. It is compressor, and it works great.
And hold it down on the bottom there's two plugs. One is for DC and one is for AC.
So you just switch it out as
plug in whichever one you've got running.
Yeah, it'll run off of straight battery, and it'll run off of it likes the inverter battery.
Back down inside of here, there's a 700 watt inverter and a trickle charge. So when I'm hooked up to a 110, it'll charge. And then on the other side, underneath, you'll see a switch here, and that is that switches between when I want to run 110 off of the battery. I'll switch it all the way forward. When I'm hooked up to shore power, it's switched on number 2. And down there is the solar charger. We have 100 watts solar
up on the roof. Actually, the kit that we got was from Harbor Freight.
Okay, stepping inside. Got a light switch here. We've got an exterior light here. Got an exterior light on the back that will cover the ramp door area. And then we've got a switch here for these. There's 6 12-volt puck lights. And then we also have these 2 lights for the sink, for the stove. And we have these 2 reading lights, one on over each side of the bed. Let me show you down here. Clothing storage. This is one side of the dinette bench. So it goes all the way back. It's probably, what, 3 feet long?
Yeah.
At least. We fit enough clothes in there for 2 weeks. But we have done laundry. Okay. And there's a nice stove top here. Works great. Electric start. We still need to get cabinet doors done. And we talked about, I need some more space in here with there's just not enough workspace. So we talked about putting the door here, like this, that can fold down, and that could be some extra workspace for the kitchen area. Lots and lots of storage. Just running water. And in here, there's a porta potty and a shower head. So it's kind of a little bathroom area.
And also, we've got 110 outlets here and one down here.
And one under here for the AC.
And one under there for the AC. Can't really see it, but there's one under there. And then there's one back underneath here that feeds to
CPAP machine.
a CPAP machine that's in a little cubby hole right there off to the side. And the hose comes out the top like that. And all over the cabin, all over the camper, with these charging ports for our phones, camera, batteries, and everything that goes with what we're doing.
And then, of course, our beautiful view.
And some very, very sleepy
Content dogs.
They really enjoy the bed when we're
Check
not.
out that view.
When we're not in it.
Well, they enjoy it when we're in it too.
Yeah. So, but
that's where we're at right now. We have room darkening curtains that I just got some room darkening curtains at Walmart, cut it down to size and put it on a rod, one for each window. The windows came out of an old camper. They're the Jealousy, I think is how you say it. They just open up this way. I think they're great.
As you can see, we still got some work to do over here.
Trim.
I had this all trimmed up, but we took it all off because I had to work on the wiring.
Trim, cabinet doors, flooring. We need flooring.
Oh yeah,
too.
definitely flooring on here and on the drop-down door.
And there's also a beautiful tabletop that matches this beautiful countertop. It's hickory, came out of our daughter's house, and so there will be a long, narrow table. This will be able to fold up.
Yeah, it's a dual. It's 2 benches. There's 2 benches, one on each side, with a table in the middle.
And,
but
ceiling
and of
fan.
course, the ceiling fan and all that. But and then we step back here. We set the door down on two egg crates, and we can lay in the bed and look out the window.
Wave it, Daddy. Wave it, Daddy.
Your companions, you gotta keep your companions with you. And then come around the side here.
What about our view? Can you see our view?
Oh yeah, you can see the view here. That's our patio view.
For tonight.
Yeah, backyard for tonight. And then over here, come around this side. Well, what it is, that shower comes out to a fitting that you would see on a camper, an RV, right there. And there's no holding tank because the trailer's too low, so we carry a blue tank with us when we don't have septic. So you can see we've got septic here right now hooked up, and we've got 110, and we've got hooked up water. So when we're, let me show you how this is all set up inside of here. We've got a battery right here with an in. This is a water heater, and that is hooked to the gas lines underneath here. You can see how that all works. And I've got a tank that goes in right here when we're not cooking outside, or if we want to use hot water, we can hook that up. And that is my kill switch in case I want to shut everything off to the battery. That's coming up here, the tube that goes up to the solar panels. Let's see if you can see them or not, how they're set up. And when we're boondocking, we'll have the gas in there, and then the water will come from here. And I'll show you underneath here. There's a tank right here inside the truck, and as you can see, there's a power. This goes off the battery, and that's a pump. And this hose that I've got currently hooked to the hydrant will hook to here, and I just put this on to the battery, and I have full pressure inside the cabin. And I think that's about 20 something, 30, would be between 20 and 30 gallons of water. And if my batteries are running low, we carry a generator with us, a 3600 runtime with 4650 full pole, so it works pretty good. So I built this so that heat coming out of the top of the heater here goes up into there and comes out here. And I put this up the way I did here so that when going down the road, rainwater doesn't get in here. But when we're using it, the heat can come out of those grooves. And it also gives us a little place for if gas for some reason leaks, it comes up. This is got gaps all the way around this board, and there's a couple of holes set up, and and if something happens in the middle of the night, I can always turn on my 12 volt and I can see everything I'm doing, so it works good. But that's how we've got it going here.
So they just seem like a great couple. Check out their YouTube channel, show them some love.
I'm hoping that they'll see that cargo makes sense for them as it did for us.
I think this is the one. Like you said, Amy, I think this may be the one for you. Let us know. We wish you all the best, and thank you so much for letting us share your story of your 3 little campers. That's a wrap, everyone. You know what to do if you like this video.
You all come back now, you hear?